Hello, YouTubes. So, a lot has happened this week. So I closed my show. It was fantastic. It was my first acting experience that I was paid for, which was stellar, which was so exciting, and it was a really good show. I learned a ton from it. And it was like a Shakespeare, but it was like original practice Shakespeare, meaning that the crowd gets into it, and we invite them to like yell out things and be involved. And it was working with a third scene partner, and it really opened my mind to a lot of acting. And so actually tonight I came back from an improv class and learned a lot. Made a few mistakes and really need to hone in on that to get good at it. But that's what I'm going to be doing instead of doing shows for the next couple weeks. Just because I don't have enough time to dedicate to a show, if I'm being honest. And I kind of want to develop my own artistic nuances over the next little bit. With that in mind, I'm doing NaNoWriMo this year. My project's called Jippy Joppa. I'll probably change the name a couple times even, but I love it. It's an idea I've had for like 2 or 3 years now, and I'm really excited to get it out. So far, I'm like 3,000 words in, so I have a really good start, and I don't see myself slowing down anytime soon. Beyond that, me and Marissa are doing fantastic. She's so talented, guys. Like, whoo, she just writes stuff, and I'm like, that took you like 15 minutes? That's amazing! Well, me, I'm like, oh yeah, tabs are a thing. I can read straight music, fine, great. But tabs, I'm still like, which is funny because they're so easy. But no, I'm kind of retarded when it comes to guitar. I've got a lot of work to do there. Other than that, getting the next couple steps ready for going to China. Work's going great. Got to save up money, both for having money in China, covering student bills. I want to start thinking about paying those, at least giving like $50 a month to it at least. You want to keep that dragon small, and I'll be able to worry more about that when I get back from China. But yeah. Now with the same thing, getting back from China, recently I've been thinking, so as I said before, I'm bipolar, and I take medications to help me just kind of regulate it, and it's fine, it's not a huge deal. Bipolar is a pretty tame disease, especially since I caught it early, but basically, like, I was doing the math, and if I wanted to have all the medication I needed for the full 6 months or so I'd be in China, I'd need like $300 to $400, which was pretty rough. But I've been meeting recently with medication specialists specifically for this, and so we're trying a couple other things, and I'm actually really excited because I might permanently get off a medication that I started on when I first was diagnosed with bipolar, and really didn't like, never liked ever. And this new medication I'm having is much more functional, and so we're trying to go fully over to the other stuff. I'm on that note, if you do struggle with a mental illness, if you've been diagnosed with anything, just have checkups. And even if you haven't, I feel like so many people just don't perform mental first aid on themselves. And like, doctors' checkups are like annually expected. And especially in the world we're coming to, where frankly there's a higher level of like self-care one can even perform and worry about. And I don't know if that's necessarily a good or bad thing, that the world's becoming so first world that taking care of like doctors' issues is like assumed in our country, and in other countries it's not. So I mean, that's a whole other issue. But mental health is part of the equation. And if you can get even an annual checkup or just an annual check-in, I'd do it. And, many people argue, I'm getting kind of politically, or, kind of getting into controversial topics. But I would suggest having kind of a mental health checkup every year at least. And if you have something that complicates your mental health, more often, as you feel is necessary. Yeah. Let me see, what else is going on? Catching up on all my school. Doing school and work and just being involved in stuff is very difficult. What else can I... No, I guess if you run out of stuff to say, that's enough. Thanks for watching. Expect music next week. I will be getting to making music over this next week. It's going to be great, and you're going to love it. And not writing music, but like recording stuff. I will get to writing music, though, too. Anyway, thank you for watching, and bye-bye.